My deep secret is I found my best friend's nudes on my dad's phone. Should I tell my mom? Well, this is my story. It all started on a boring Tuesday afternoon. The sky was gray and rain tapped against my bedroom window like a secret code. I was home alone, or so I thought. Dad had left his phone on the kitchen counter, buzzing like an angry bee. I picked it up to silence it, and that's when I saw her, Emily, my best friend since kindergarten. Her face smiled back at me from a photo I'd never seen. But this wasn't a normal photo. Her cheeks were flushed, her eyes wide with fear. She wasn't wearing her favorite pink hoodie. She wasn't wearing anything. My hands turned ice cold. The phone slipped, clattering onto the tile floor. Why would Dad have this? I didn't eat dinner that night. Mom kept asking if I was sick. Dad laughed too loudly, joking about teenage drama. Every time he looked at me, my stomach twisted. I wanted to scream, "I know!" but the words stuck in my throat like gum. That night, I texted Emily, "Can we talk? It's urgent." She replied instantly, "Meet me at the treehouse." 10 p.m. Our treehouse was hidden deep in the woods behind our neighborhood. We'd built it years ago, nailing old boards to a giant oak. It was our fortress, our secret kingdom. But when I climbed up the ladder that night, Emily wasn't alone. A man stood in the shadows. Tall, broad shoulders, Dad's build. My heart pounded until he stepped into the moonlight. Not Dad, Mr. Carter, our school's janitor. His eyes gleamed like a wolf's. Emily sat frozen in the corner, tears streaking her face. "You weren't supposed to tell anyone, Jess," Mr. Carter growled. Before I could run, he grabbed my arm. His grip hurt. "Your dad's been helping me with a project," he hissed. "But if you ruin this, your family's next." The next morning, Dad acted normal. Too normal. He flipped pancakes, humming along to the radio. How could he? At school, Emily avoided me. At lunch, I cornered her in the bathroom. "What's going on?" I demanded. She broke down. "He threatened me, Jess. Mr. Carter said he'd hurt my little brother if I didn't send those photos." She wiped her nose. "Your dad found out. He was trying to help me, but Mr. Carter's blackmailing him too." My head spun. Dad wasn't the villain? That night, I sneaked into Dad's home office. His laptop glowed in the dark. Password, Emily's birthday. Files. So many files. Emails to the police, hidden photos of Mr. Carter's van, a recording of Dad's voice. "I'll expose you, Carter. You're done hurting kids." A floorboard creaked behind me. "Dad." "Jess," he whispered, face pale. "You weren't supposed to." Sirens wailed outside. Red and blue lights flashed through the window. Mr. Carter's van screeched into our driveway. Dad shoved me into a closet. "Stay here, no matter what." Through the slats, I watched Mr. Carter kick open the front door. A knife glinted in his hand. "Where is she?" he roared. Dad stood firm. "It's over, Carter. The police have everything." A struggle. A crash. Mum screamed from upstairs. Then, bang, a gunshot. Silence. When I crawled out, Dad was on the floor, clutching his leg. Mr. Carter lay motionless. Police swarmed the house. Later, at the hospital, Mum hugged me so tight I couldn't breathe. "Your dad's a hero," she cried. "But heroes don't keep secrets, do they?" 3 months later, Dad walks with a limp now. Emily and her brother live with their aunt. Mr. Carter's trial starts next week. At the treehouse, Emily and I burned the photos. The flames ate them up, turning our nightmares to ash. "You saved me," she said. I shook my head. "We saved each other." So, should I have told Mom? Maybe. But secrets aren't always lies. Sometimes they're battles fought in the dark so others can stay in the light. Dad's phone still buzzes sometimes, but now when I hear it, I don't feel afraid. I feel brave.